Cool. All right, everyone that's in here, if you haven't tweeted, retweet the space. Let's get some more people in. Let's see. So I did throw out that I will be doing a personal giveaway for this space, but anybody order to win it has to be present in this space. I'm going to let Low Voltage come up with a tweet from the Heroes account involving all of the projects that are in this space. And what we'll do here is at some point here, I'll have him post that, and then we'll get as many people sharing, retweeting, and commenting a favorite feature that they have about one of our projects. Doesn't have to be Heroes. It can be Bezoge, something that they like about that, or something they love about MediToken, or something that they're passionate about with Jonah's World. So that is going to be my thing, and I feel like if we do the Twitter picker and the person that wins actually comes up and asks a question or comments on one of these projects, I'm also going to throw in one of my personal Series 1 NFTs. So motivation, right? All right. And I'll go through that again here in a little bit. But I think if everyone has tweeted out, what we should do here is maybe we'll get started. So who would like to take the floor first, or would you like me to go ahead and do a rundown quick to kind of see how the whole thing works?
The floor is yours, Ace. I don't know. I'm not in control, but I say it's all you.
Right on. Okay. Well, I was trying to get Heroes Queen to do this for Heroes, but she's she's in a murderous mood this evening. Anyway, all right. So quick elevator pitch for Heroes is we are a charity focused project that is benefits charity through our tokenomics as well as through all of the aspects of our project. We are an LLC in the United States. We do have a merch store as well as a NFT series. Percentage of everything goes to the charity wallet, in which our community polls and picks the charities that we donate to. To date, we have donated to 14 different charities and over $45,000, which we are ecstatic about. We are on the Binance network as well as Ethereum with a bridge in place that you can bridge your tokens from one to the other. And we also implemented a unique aspect to our project that we call in-token staking, that is seamless staking with no gas fees. It's pretty awesome. We are working on a play and earn / play and give game that is hopefully scheduled to come out Q4, Q1 of next year. Well, Q4 this year, Q1 of next year. And essentially it's going to fall in line with everything that we're about, where, your earnings that you've made, you can keep 100% for yourself, or you could donate a portion to the charity wallet for our charity donations. So with that, that is my quick elevator pitch. All right. So let's see. How about we have, let's have MediToken go next, and then we'll go to Carrie with Bezoge.
Okay. All right. I'm still trying to catch my wind from that last space I was in.
I know, right?
Okay. So I'm Brandon Stiles. I am the lead developer for MediToken, and we are also a charity-focused token. Our charity focuses in the healthcare, medical, and first responder realm. Our reach is global, so we donate to organizations worldwide. We have donated probably about over 40,000, I think about 41,000 US dollars to about 16 different organizations or causes. We have a play to earn game that we're releasing. One of a few. We have NFTs that we have out now. We also are working on a health and fitness app that will allow you to earn crypto for health, fitness, and wellness, overall wellness. Yeah, 3% our taxes, 3% of those taxes goes towards charity, and then the charity is selected by the community, and also the development team has a selection as well.
Awesome. Absolutely. Love it. All right, Carrie, the floor is yours.
All right, what's up, everyone? I'm Carrie. I'm the community manager for Bezoge. And what Bezoge is we have Bezoge Earth, which is our main token for the project. And we have a full ecosystem for it's multiple projects within the project. We have an e-commerce platform that I like to reference as like Amazon, but for crypto. So the e-commerce platform will be built into our game as well as the website. And with that, we have a play and earn game coming out. It's an MMO RPG, big open world style game that is NFT based. You do not need to own an NFT. It's free to play to start. And yeah, I can get into the game later, but on top of that, we have Blue Beginnings Launchpad, which other projects can come in and docs and get vetted by our devs and safely launch like under our umbrella. So our community is able to get into pre-sales and whitelist, and a new project can come safely launch their token NFTs or even another play to earn game and already have a strong community backing them. So that's just a quick rundown. There's lots more detail, but that's my little elevator pitch for you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Love it. Yeah, in the game, I've seen some of the images you guys posted. It looks sick. I'm excited for it. So, all right. Who's going to be talking for Jonah's World?
Hey guys.
I go
Hey.
down here.
Okay, so we're gonna do the
Hey.
best we can because Jonah. Okay, because Jonah's actually here with us right now. You want to say hi, Jonah?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jonah.
Hi, Jonah.
Who's that?
Hi.
That's Star.
Is that Star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey guys.
Mom.
So yeah. So
Your turn.
1 second, Bubba. I just want to introduce.
Just a second, buddy.
1 second, buddy. We're gonna talk. I want to introduce you to my husband, Adam. He's going to tell you a bit about Jonah and the journey that we've had with him and his medical condition. And then Star and I will talk about our journey in the NFT space. So I'll bring it over to Adam, and I'll try and keep Jonah busy so you guys can actually hear what he's saying.
All right, so this is the quick elevator pitch here, guys. So 1 to 3 minutes, and then we'll do a deep dive a little later, all right?
Sure. Hi, I'm Adam. I'm the dad. I'll just give you a really quick rundown of what Jonah is about. He was born with a very rare genetic condition that that results in shortened telomeres, and what that means is that the telomeres are the parts of every cell that that lets us age at an appropriate pace. And so, as with normal people, as our telomeres get shorter and shorter and shorter over the course of our lifetime, our cells stop working quite as effectively, and that's what it looks like when we age. But for Jonah, his telomeres were short from the start, and the condition is called dyskeratosis congenita, and he has a very, very rare extreme form of it that that results in bone marrow failure in all cases in the medical literature very, very early on. He's already lived past that the date when the age when all the doctors told us he would be able to live, and he's currently flourishing and stable. So we're incredibly grateful for that, but there's ongoing daily need for all manner of therapies, from speech therapy and occupational therapy and physical therapy and things like this. So that's where the money is going. That's why we're so grateful for all the people who have been purchasing the NFTs that he's been producing. And I think that's all I have to say. So I'm going to pass you back to his mom.
Thank you, babe. That was
Yeah.
great.
And Joanna, just so you know that we're just doing a short elevator speech now, so everybody's got a bit of an idea of who Jonah is, and we'll let continue on, then we'll come back and share the rest
Sounds
of our
good.
Yeah, that was fantastic, and we all are just. I can't wait for you to share the full deal, because Jonah, your work is awesome, buddy.
Yeah, you got awesome work. He's working on some right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All right. So with that, let's circle around, and we'll come back to MediToken. Why don't you do a deep dive, Brandon, and give us the lowdown on Medi?
Okay. Trying to think the deep dive here. So,
well, I will say that anybody that's up here as a speaker can also ask the other projects questions if you have them. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it helps. All right, go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Yeah. So first off, I get a lot of questions asking if I'm like related or have any like background in the healthcare sector or anything like that, and I do not personally, but I have family members that are nurses and doctors, and like first responders and all that. So I've seen how much like stress they go through, and MediToken was created because of the pandemic. So 2020, I think we all got to see how, globally, how the healthcare sector and the medical sector and that industry and first responders were hit with a lot of stress, just a lot of like difficulties. So I kind of came up with the idea like it'd been nice, or it would be nice, to take some of the trillions of dollars in crypto and funnel that to other causes, such as helping out hospitals, donating more to organizations like Doctors Without Borders or Ukraine, or helping out those in need, or supporting people that have been affected by natural disasters and things of that nature. So that's where MediToken, that's where the idea came from. And I can happily say that that's something that we're doing and we have done since day one. We've been out since January the 15th. This year, like I say, we've donated about $41,000 so far to over about 15 to 16 different organizations or causes. We have team members from all over. I'm from the U.S. We have team members from the U.K., and we also have team members in the Philippines. And those team members in the Philippines allowed us to do over $8,000 in charitable work and charitable events due to the Typhoon Raya that hit over there last year. So that was a big thing. We got a lot of documentation, video documentation, and things of that nature of being out there, boots on the ground, like our feet just out there actually doing the work. So that was pretty awesome. Trying to think what else, man. Like our first play to earn game is going to release pretty soon. That game will be a leaderboard style where you can earn ETH. The top 10 or maybe the top 15 people every week will be chosen. High scores, they will earn ETH payouts. Now that's our first game that we'll be launching very soon. We have a few other that we want to launch as well. We want to incorporate NFTs in our future games as well. We do have an NFT line now that's out, hand drawn. It's OpenSea. We're working on our MediFit, which is our health and fitness app, which will allow people to earn crypto. And we're trying to allow people to earn various cryptos by just being health, fitness, and like overall health well-being. Man, it's so much, man. I'm trying to think. I think that might be it, man. I can keep going. I don't want to take all the time. So I think that's kind of something.
I think you mentioned the boots on the ground. You have a team in the Philippines, right?
Yep, we do.
Nice. So what all do they do over there?
So they organize a lot of our events that we do over there. So, like I said, we got like tons of video of like what we call our medical missions, and we want to eventually do these missions throughout the world. We want to get team members in different locations globally. But the Philippines members, what they do is they know a lot of doctors and nurses, so they got together and created like health and wellness checks, did door-to-door checks on people in different regions and different provinces. We did medical kits. We gave out medical kits to people that had like health, hygiene, things of that nature. We gave money to people, food. We did a lot over there. Like I said, we did over $8,000 just in the Philippines alone with our team over there.
Dude, that's fantastic. Um, Trying to think of anything that I can think of that maybe you missed
Yeah.
because I've been digging into your project too. I think it's fantastic, honestly. So
we're ETH. We're ETH. We're ERC20. We're a small cap. I think our market cap right now is 250K. Tokenomics are about 11% generally, but this month they're 6%. So I think that kind of covers everything that I could think of at the moment.
yeah, the tokenomics. I think you said, or I know you 3% goes to the charity donations, right?
Yep.
How's the rest of the breakdown of that 11%?
Yeah. So you got 3% for charity. Another 3% goes towards our marketing. 2% for development, and then you have 1% for burns, 1% for liquidity, and 1% for reflections. And I believe that's 11.
Nice. So the reflections, you should always add that in there because that's kind of a cool thing. As long as they're holding, holders are getting more in their bag, right? So yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yep. And we're trying to do staking, so we're talking to Kaiba EX implement staking pretty soon. So we're working on that as well. So we got a lot planned, lot in the works, a lot of partnerships, also other tokens in the works. So we're working.
Awesome. All right, why don't we go to Bezoge? Carrie, let's dig in.
All right. So to dig in, so again, Bezoge Earth is the main token for the project, and it has a 2% tax, 1%. Well, it's roughly 1% because we have a massive burn wallet that it keeps increasing, so the percentage changes a little bit, but roughly 1% gets burned on every transaction, and the remainder of that gets redistributed back to the holders. So reflections or redistribution, as we call it. So yeah, like you guys were talking about with MediToken, every time there's a buy, sell, or even a transfer, that tax is implemented. So all the holders get free tokens, free money. We like that, right?
Oh,
uh,
absolutely. Who doesn't?
so we're sitting at probably around 140 million market cap, I think, right now. So still very early in the project. We're just now starting global marketing and have some major influencers that are going to be coming on board. One of them with a combination of over 10 million followers. And what our team has done differently is making sure, there's contracts signed with our influencers, like 1 and 2 year contracts. So they can't just dump the tokens they were given right after. We've all seen that happen in so many projects. And so there's that. So the main token, we're sitting around 30,600 and something holders right now. And our play to earn or play and earn game is in alpha stage right now, which anybody can log on to our website and sign up to become an alpha tester if you want to go in and check it out. There's developments and updates made every single week by the team, and it's pretty amazing. Our developers have previous experience on games like Zelda, World of Warcraft, Game of Thrones, Gang V. I mean, just an endless list of their previous experience. One of our founders even founded the first blockchain company in Dubai. So we have some really experienced team members behind this project. And just this last Monday, we did a live doxing event. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. I've been in spaces all day too. So just this past Monday, we did a live video doxing event. It was our AMA, and we did it on live video versus our normal Twitter spaces. So that was fun. And all of our developers' information can be found on our LinkedIn page. So if you go to Bezoge on LinkedIn, you can find all of our developers and founders, even my information on there as the community manager. So you can read the history and what we're all about. My previous experience, 15 years in the medical field. So uh, being a community manager is definitely new for me, but we're making it work. But anyway, back to the project. So the game, there's a whole lot involved within the game once it comes out. Again, it's an alpha, which is the first stage of release. It's the testing phase, the initial testing phase. Beta will be launched by the end of quarter 2. So they have until June 30th, and they'll have the beta out. And what beta is basically it's the main game that is ready for public, but it's still on the test net in final stages. And we're going to have a staking mechanism where anyone that is a token holder wants to stake their tokens. There's rewards from NFT sales, weapons. Anytime someone buys weapons, NFTs within the game, a percentage of that is going to go back to the stakeholders and then the treasury to help support the project. So we have staking, and then of course many mints coming up to buy those weapons. Those weapons are going to help boost your character within the game. But what's awesome about our game is there's no barrier to entry. So again, you don't have to purchase an NFT. Existing NFT holders can rent them out and earn passive income, letting other players just play. So there's no barrier to entry. It's introducing non-crypto people to the crypto world. You download the game. It'll walk you through a simple step of creating a wallet. So it's a crypto wallet that's going to be built into the game for you. So it creates the wallet. You're earning the blocks within the game, and that's what gets transferred into. You can cash it in, for cash, the money, or buy weapons with it, do as you wish. But it's creating that wallet with just a few steps versus having to go into an outside wallet function. And then again, an in-game marketplace built in the e-commerce platform. They're even getting it set up where if you're playing the game and you want to order a pizza, you can click and buy and have pizza delivered to you. So we're looking at implementing so many functions within the game itself. And not only just like DoorDash style, but also clothing, shoes, reaching out to potential, the collaborations and possibilities are endless with that sort of thing. And again, like I'm also excited about the Blue Beginnings part. I know the game is going to be massive and have so many benefits to token holders, players, gamers, all of the above. Um, they're eventually going to be scaling up to 6 digits. This year is the goal to have 6 digits, several hundreds of thousands of players this year and scale up to millions of players. So the game itself is going to be massive. I am excited about the Blue Beginnings launchpad. I've been rug pulled a few times myself. So, I mean, our devs are trusted and doxed and vetted, and, we're almost a year we launched May 14th of last year. So we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. We don't have to worry about scams or rug pulls from these guys. And, being able to invest and even get into a pre-sale or whitelist spot, whatever it may be. And even if that's not available, just knowing that I can invest in a project that's launching on our launch pad, I don't have to worry about being rug pulled anymore. So I'm excited about that. And the e-commerce, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I obviously love the project. I think I saw the vision. I started out as just an investor and a holder, saw the vision early on, and that's why I became so involved in the community and did my research, and I'm where I am today. I feel like I'm rambling on. Sorry, guys.
All right. No, that was fantastic. Thank you. So let's move on to Jonah's world. Let's get the deep dive here on Jonah and learn everything about what's going on with him and his NFTs and what your goals are. Maybe.
Buena.
Or did I wrong?
Oh, hey, I'm here. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, we are, uh, we actually just launched a new collection that Jonah has been working on. So if it's okay, I could post that up top. Is that cool?
Well, Joanna,
Absolutely. Anybody who's a speaker in this space here can
Beautiful.
post. Yep.
All right. So here we
yeah,
go.
pin those babies up.
All right. So this is Jonah's Faces collection. He's been drawing these cute little characters, and we've been talking about them. He gives them a name, and he comes up with some ideas about what they like and who their friends are, just cute little things like that. Whatever he said, I put in the descriptions, and some of it is quite he's got a really fun imagination, this kid, so they're pretty entertaining descriptions, and they're all him. That's what I love about this collection. It's all him. And yeah, so we've only been in the space for less than a couple months. We've gotten tremendous amounts of support from so many people, and we're Star. Maybe you could. I'm at a loss for words, so maybe you
That's
could take
okay.
over for a moment.
This is all.
I'm losing track of my thread.
No, it's all.
Let's start with what brought you to this space. What was the reason that we started creating, or you started creating Jonah's artwork and then putting it in the form of NFTs?
Joanna, do you want me to start off, or do you want to?
Yeah,
Okay,
you do the starter. You're good. Yeah, because
our team, and this is overwhelming for everybody, but I'm a large part of what brought Joanna into the spaces. So Joanna and I are friends in real life, and we met in a community spaces. Joanna's a graphic artist, and I was a massage therapist at the time, and we had become, just kind of acquaintances at work, and that slowly turned into becoming Facebook friends, and we just became like music buddies, and started chatting periodically online. And people talk about it's always hard at our age. Like, I'm 40 years old, making new friends is difficult. But Joanna was super approachable and just very real person, and very comfortable for me to speak to. And she was just somebody that I instantly saw right away that I wanted to know. And I heard about her family, and I'm a special education teacher. So, the minute Joanna started sharing about her son, like, I instantly had compassion and understanding for what the struggle looks like, being a parent and a family, and especially a full-time work. Like, Joanna works full-time. Like, it's insane. She's badass in that regard, and I just had mad respect for her, like, the minute we met. And a few months, I started getting into NFTs back in November. I had an emotional upheaval in my life, and and if it's creating art just exploded out of me. And I started to realize that it was really starting to just help me manage my emotions that I was going through. And so when I went over to Joanna's house for the first time a few months ago, I got to meet Jonah in person and the family. And, I'm telling her what I'm up to, what I'm doing. And, I'm asking her about her son. And I said, maybe you should get Jonah into art therapy. And she was like, yeah, that sounds great, but it's really not within our means. And I was like, oh, and I didn't really mean to speak out of tongue, and I didn't think, I was just trying to be helpful. And then she had mentioned that. I said, well, I'm a special education teacher. Isn't there funding and, programs and things that you could apply for to get some grants or whatnot? And she was like, well, not really. Like there's some, but not much, because you heard her husband share that Jonah's condition is so rare. Most funding and things that are available for kids that are high on the autism spectrum or have Down syndrome or other types of conditions that are more popular. And because this condition is rare, there's just less of it. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Like, let's, like, what? I'm in this space, and you guys know it. You guys all talk to each other all the time. Like, everybody's got a charity or everybody's got something that they're giving to. And sometimes people are just talking out their ass and they're not even giving to anything, like, truthfully. And I just thought to myself, you know what? I want to make it an NFT, and I told Joanne, I'm like, if you do this and we get Jonah's art up, I'm going to make you my why. I'm going to make you my cause, because you're a good ass cause. And I was super confident that we could bring Jonah into the spaces, and that people like you guys, like heroes, would just eat him up and want to support. And so she started that journey. And just to give me one more minute, she nailed it. Like, she put up an alphabet collection, sold out within like 24 hours. And then somebody was like, hey Jonah, would you like a free NFT? We love Jonah's world. And Jonah was like, oh my god, this is so nice, and accepted the free NFT. And her wallet got compromised, and they drained all the funds out except for $50, which we're still kind of baffled by that, why they even left $50 behind. But we ended up going into another Twitter space, and this woman named Marianne brought me up to the stage, and I shared about Jonah's world. And what we realized is that this whole NFT community just wanted to lift Jonah's world up. And we were able to, in a matter of a very short period of time, replenish the lost money that was in her wallet and more. And then we just kind of started to roll from there, making relationships and connecting with people, and people like yourselves. I don't know if you want to add any more to that, Joanna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Star. That was a wonderful synopsis, and I knew I could count on you to say it eloquently. I tend to be terrible at
and not
these
myself.
things.
So
I always forget what I'm trying to say while I'm saying it. It's a thing. But that was perfect. Yeah, we're just incredibly grateful for all the connections and all the support we've been receiving, and we are just working on getting all those therapies in place. And we are working on new art every day, and that's our plan. We're here to stay.
And Jonah never used to like doing art as much, right, Joanna?
Not as much.
And now he wakes up in the morning, he's like,
Yeah.
I do art. Like,
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. And, I guess just so everyone understands, the basic healthcare in Canada is covered, right? But these special treatments that Jonah requires are additional. That's correct, right?
Yeah, like special therapies, private therapy, that sort of thing. Any medical costs, even dental treatment, like his condition has some dental implications, and none of that. We don't have insurance. None of that's covered. It's all out of pocket. And then trips to the hospital, everything costs money. I have gas for that. All these things. That's what this money is going toward. Just helping our family, give Jonah the best chance possible at beating this illness. We don't know what his journey is going to look like. It's so unpredictable. But this is helping us tremendously. I can't even say, like, we already have some equestrian therapy in the works, art therapy in the works. We're trying to find a good speech therapist. All these opportunities now that we're able to give him. It's just incredible.
I just want to emphasize what Jonah's husband said, that Jonah has already surpassed his life expectancy, and every day could potentially be one of the very last few days that this family has with their child, and every last bit of effort that anyone puts into, whether it's just purchasing a small NFT or donating whatnot, you just know that that is going towards extending somebody's life. Like, this is a real thing, and we're so grateful to Heroes to give Joanna and Jonah and her husband the opportunity to come up here, and me, to talk about this wonderful family.
Yeah, we really are, you guys.
No, it's a fantastic cause, and we truly believe in it. And I love the idea. I mean, I actually went to school to be a secondary art teacher, so I'm all about encouraging art within our youth, and the fact that Jonah's using it to better his life is amazing, and help your family out. That is fantastic. On top of that, I wanted to just add here that, the NFT that Jonah created, that, I had requested for the Heroes Project that he created, didn't go without a reason. So today, if nobody knows, is International Superhero Day, right? So it just is fitting that today is the day that Jonah launches a Heroes NFT. How amazing is that, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And, the Heroes Project has already put the starting bid at $1,000. So how long is that auction running for?
7 days.
7 days. So, hopefully we can get you guys a lot more in there. I know a lot of us are going to be pumping it. And I personally, I own an A of Jonah's for
Yeah,
Ace
you do.
Heck yeah, I do.
We love you for it.
Yeah, I love the project. I think, everything that you guys are doing, a lot of people could, play the victim in this role that you guys are in, where it's, woe is me, what are we to do, this and that. But you guys are stepping up, and you guys are making a difference for yourselves and for Jonah.
Yeah,
and
we're doing
that's
everything we can. Yeah.
And that's what's amazing. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely.
Very nicely said, Ace. That was a very
it was.
And I just want to say to everybody, if $1,000 is not within your budget, or you're not able to participate in this auction for the next 7 days or bid on it, please look at the rest of the collection there. Those faces are incredible. However you're able to support, even if it's just retweeting the top tweet, all of it helps. You never know who somebody knows or who sees what on whose feed. And we're just grateful for any kind of support that we can get on any level whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure that, the community is going to be pumping this, and hopefully we can get that up there for you. So,
Joanna, can you go ahead and post a post directly for that Heroes NFT so that everybody can see it?
Yeah, let's pin that up, Joanna.
Yeah. I'll have to go into my computer and set that up. I'll put it up there in one moment.
Yeah, because I gotta say, I was privy to seeing it, and it is awesome.
It's seriously adorable.
It is the best NFT.
It's pretty damn cute.
Yeah, it ended up looking like a horse, which I thought was very fitting because we just visited horses like the day before. Anyway, just give me 1 second. I'll go put that up. But thanks so much for everything you guys are doing, everything you said, all the support. Yeah, super grateful over here.
Awesome. No, it's a fantastic project, and I hope that he keeps creating NFTs, and we'll keep supporting him without a doubt.
Absolutely. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye, Jonah.
I'm still here. I just wanted him to say bye to y'all.
I love it. So I'm gonna let Heroes Queen, seems how she came up to talk, share a deep dive of Heroes. Maybe. She's cursing me. I know it.
No, I'm glaring at my phone. It's actually in another room. If anybody that does not know, Scott and I are married, but our phones were causing feedback, and yet no, you can do the deep dive.
All right. So Heroes Token started out much like many other projects in this space. Michael Lately and myself used to trade together. We'd research projects and, look into what we wanted to invest in. And we were doing that for a bit and had quite a bit of success with it. And we hit a week where it seemed like everything we were jumping into was either a rug pull or a honeypot. And that got us talking about, what this space, was missing, what, we liked about certain projects in this space, what we didn't like. And that's really how Heroes Token came about. And with that, we felt like, one of the things back in November that was really missing was there were a handful of charity projects, but they were all dedicated to a single organization. So they were either dedicated to, just, animal shelters or, to one cause or another. And we felt like that was limiting, the ability to redistribute some of the funds that are in the space to charitable organizations. So what we did was we implemented a community-based charity polling system within our project, and we launched on November 10th. Excuse me. So with that, we had quite a bit of success, but we realized that the charity aspect alone was not enough utility to keep us going. And with that, we partnered up with Everise. And through that, we went to that because we had a few of our community members were concerned about our polling. They were concerned that, we were tampering with the results or that, bots were coming in and, determining the outcome of the polls that we were running. So we reached out to Everise for their EverOwn project because the other thing that people wanted us to do was renounce our contract. And is any solid crypto project knows, once you renounce, you're essentially saying, I give up. Right? You can't make any changes. You can't change with, the progression of the technology. You are pretty much done at that point. You're just there as a person behind the project. So with EverOwn, that allows us to lock our contract within EverOwn's vault. And the only way we would have access is through a community poll where the community agrees with the direction that we want to go, and they allow us to unlock that to have access to the contract. With that, that gives us the ability to use their polling system that they're coming out with in Q3, where we will be able to run our community charity polls through the EverOwn, which would be a third-party polling system that is untampered. So that means that there's no chance of, any thought of us altering the results, which we never altered the results, but the concern was there. So we felt like it was a valid concern and we wanted to make sure we backed it up. With that, we explored some of their other options and we decided that it was a good idea to launch on the Binance network. We originally were an Ethereum only token. So we decided to not only use the EverOwn DApp that Everise has, but we also decided to launch on Binance as well as Ethereum, and we relaunched on February 15th, which, by the way, was my birthday. Most stressful birthday ever. So with that, now you can buy Heroes on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, and you can bridge. So you can actually play the market, if you will, and through arbitrage, make a quick buck. If you notice that the token is very cheap on one of the networks, you can buy in and you can bridge over and sell on the other, or you can hold. Along with that, we added the additional utility of staking. And it's staking unlike what you see out there now. So everything that you have out there now, you have to go to a certain site, you have to log in with your wallet, you have to, you know, pay a gas fee to utilize the system, you deposit your tokens into the staking pool, and then to get your rewards, you have to pay a gas fee to get them out. With Heroes, it is seamless. So once you make that initial transaction, whether it was migrating from V1 to V2, whether it is bridging from Ethereum to Binance, or it's just as simple as, you know, buying in on one of the networks. As soon as you make that initial transaction, your staking reward starts, and the contract will actually follow your holdings. And if you decide to sell, it'll track your lowest amount held during a 90-day cycle. And within that 90-day cycle, at the end, you will get 12% of your lowest amount of tokens that you held during that period. And then seamlessly, it starts over. So there's no gas unless you decide to cash out. The other reason that we wanted to implement this is because, you know, we encourage our holders to take care of themselves. We want them to, you know, take profits. And we found that a lot of our holders were diamond-handed holders, which, man, I love them, right? But, you know, the bottom line is everyone's investing in all of these different cryptocurrencies to better their livelihood in one way or another, whether, you know, financially or whatnot. But we wanted to help them be able to continue to hold, but receive additional rewards in order to, you know, be able to take some profits, because that's what we believe in. That's also why we hold these spaces, is because we believe in diversification. So you get these fantastic projects like MediToken, you know, Jonah's World, Bezoge, that we bring in on a weekly basis because they have docs teams, because they have solid projects, because they're doing something good in this space, that we feel like it's something we can stand behind for our community to invest in, to diversify. So anyhow, moving on, we also released our Series 1 NFTs in December. They are out and available on OpenSea. They will be used in our upcoming Play and Earn / Play and Give game. That is scheduled to hopefully have a, you know, demo, playable demo by Q4, Q1 of 23. So, you know, with that, we wanted to implement everything that Heroes Token was or is. And that's, you know, benefiting charitable organizations. So with our game, the play to give aspect is giving the player the choice to take the rewards and either keep them all for themselves or donate them to the charity pool to allow the community to poll for a charitable donation. So that goes in line with everything else that we do. 20% of our NFT sales, that goes to the charity wallet for our charity polls. If you buy some of Heroes merch, 20% of the proceeds of the merchandise goes to the charity pool. So every aspect of our project is benefiting charity to some extent, whether it's as simple as just entering a position on Heroes, whether it's Binance or Ethereum. A percentage of every transaction goes to the charity wallet, and that will be used to donate to several or different charities. To date, we have donated to 14 different charities of $45,622, I think. You know, and they vary drastically. I mean, everything from St. Jude's to Wounded Warriors. We actually helped out the Houston Police. What is it? Houston Police Families cause for officers that were.
It was for an officer that was killed from the Houston police force.
There you go. You know, Mental Health America, Children's Villages, you know, so SOS Children's Villages. So limitations to the charities that we donate to there are none. It is really what our community is most passionate about is where those funds go, and we do that through a poll. Where everyone goes in, they vote for the charities that they want to, see the funds go to. We do post all the receipts for every charitable donation, so you know that it is, those funds were sent exactly where we said they were going to go. And we also do a certificate, Compliments of Heroes Queen, that we have on our website that is a nice, more pretty way to look at that donation rather than just, a bunch of writing with some numbers on it, right? So, yeah. And then, I don't know, did I miss anything, Megan?
No, I think you got everything. You did way better than I would have. My brain's not functioning right.
I don't think so. I think you would have done fine. We do have another NFT series coming up. That's going to be dropped here in the near future. No set date yet, but they are kind of keyed up and ready to go. It's just we're waiting for some other developments to occur. But yeah, so that is the deep dive on Heroes. I did post and pin up to the top of this page the tweet that you guys all need to go check out. I am giving away $100 worth of ETH. And for anybody that comes up and either comments on one of our projects that are up here tonight or asks a question, if your name is drawn in the Twitter picker, not only will you get $100 worth of ETH, but I will also send you one of my Series 1 NFTs. So there you have it. And if none of the other projects want to add on, I will open the floor up for questions.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Will you pick me?
Maybe you got to follow the rules.
Come on, Twitter picker.
Nice try, Star.
Yeah, I thought I'd slide in there.
You're cute.
It.
I ended up posting the hero at the top in case anyone hadn't noticed as well.
Nice.
So are you going to pin on top of that now, Ace, and then we retweet that out, love?
Am I going to pin a what?
Are you pinning the tweet you want us to retweet out, or?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, there's a truck going by. Yes, it is actually up there and pinned.
Oh.
It's been up there and pinned. It says Twitter Spaces giveaway 100 ETH.
I'm still seeing that cute little horse.
Oh, yeah, just go back a few. I think it's swipe a couple times.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 back from the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I forget that that's an option.
All right, so AK-47, you came up to ask a question or comment?
Yeah, I'm here to ask a question, and thank you, everyone. Thank you for this AMA, I guess. And then I have a question for MediToken. When is staking is going to be available, and until when the liquidity is locked?
So staking, like I said, we're in the process of talking to Kaiba EX right now for the staking. We want to make sure we kind of nail it down pretty good. So we don't have a release date for staking. Just know that we're in development to get it going. Liquidity is already locked, and it's locked for over a year.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up. It's awesome to hear from you. Token Lizard, how you doing, bro?
Doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Man, awesome space. I love it. Everybody in here is such a great community. Quick question on Heroes. Could y'all talk about your NFT artists just a little bit? Because I think that's an amazing story in itself, too, for people that haven't heard it.
Yeah, so initially when we started, Heroes did not have a in-house NFT artist. So what we did was we, spanned all over to bring in artists to create NFTs for us. So the whole idea there is on our website, we have an NFT page. All the NFTs, our goal is to have multiple artists to highlight and share their skills, share all their social medias, and promote them that have created NFTs for us. We have, and I don't have it in front of me. I've kind of been lacking on the NFT end of things because we brought with our V2 a NFT dev on board who is creating NFTs for us, but he's also gauging all the NFT artists that are coming into us. But I do know the one gentleman. I think he's from Africa. And Megan, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but he's only 17 years old. He has just a phenomenal skill, loves doing 3D art, and he's who created Radiant and the Onyx. So the two NFTs that are there were created by him, and I can't think of his name offhand. I do apologize. But if you do own one of those NFTs, the lockable content within those NFTs actually shares a little bit of a backstory on the NFT itself as far as the character goes, but then it has the full bio of every artist that, of the artist that created it. And then also on our website, we have the full bios of each of the artists for each of the NFTs. We had 3 artists for our series 1. And you caught me off guard, Token, man. I haven't answered an NFT question in a while like this.
Sorry.
That's okay. I will have to go find my notes.
You did good. The main thing I was talking about is like that young kid in there. You touched on it. That was perfect, man. That's what I was wanting to know. So I'll step down, let somebody else get up here. Hi, Star and Jonah's mom. Love y'all. I'll step on down.
And I can tell you, he is a 17-year-old from Nigeria, is where he is from, and you can find the info. And I believe we have a link to his page on our website as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And I can talk a little bit about our Series 2 NFT. He is in the space right now. You all can see him. He's down there. The Chad Rock. He is an amazing NFT designer in both 2D and the stuff he's been doing lately in 3D is absolutely amazing. I highly suggest that you follow him on both Twitter and Instagram to see some of the amazing artwork that he puts out. So I'm a little biased. He is my friend, and he is also our Chief Product Officer, and he's going to be taking care of all of the NFTs moving forward with Heroes. So he is truly talented. That's all. That's my little pitch for the Chad Rock.
Nice. No, Chad's a cool guy. If you get a chance to chat with him, real down to earth, but an amazing artist. Dazed Dogs, man, I was in your space earlier. You were killing it.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to come up and go ahead.
Oh, hold on one second. I'm sorry, Scott. It looks like Black Wolf Tinting has been up as a speaker for a little bit.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Black Wolf.
Sorry, Days.
Oh, finally.
Oh, you're good.
No,
I got to keep him straight and on the narrow there. So sorry about that.
So great energy, guys. I appreciate what you guys are doing. I love hearing that everybody's giving back. Jonah, keep up the great work. The artwork is phenomenal. I love looking at it. My question is to Carrie. I joined the space a little bit late, and I was wondering if she could, and I don't want to put her on the spot with actual statistic numbers and stuff, but if she could touch a little bit on the charity that Bezoge is doing, who it's helping, how it's helping them, how long it's funded, etc. Because like I said, I joined the space a little bit late. I just don't know if she touched on that or not. Thank you.
No problem. Actually, I didn't even cover our charity side because I felt like I was talking too much. But we do have a charity function, And right now, it's focused out of the Philippines. And it started with a community member, a holder, who lives in the Philippines. And as a community, we have contributed funds to him to provide food, clothing, whatever's needed to. There's a couple of orphanages, missions, and he walks the streets and gives food parcels, bags to homeless people. He does this every single week. And on top of this, well, I can say that that charity is funded, fully funded every month until 2026. And on top of that, we have an academy. It's a school, if you will, that we're starting. And what we're doing is we're teaching basic computer skills to kids as young as, 12, 13, and up to adults. So teaching basic computer skills, crypto 101, and the play and earn games. So, because those underdeveloped countries need us the most, all of us together, these projects, everything we're doing, these countries, on a global scale, um, can benefit from all of our play and earn games, the charities. So, yes, we do have our own charity, and eventually we'll have a separate donation wallet on our website where anyone can go and see all of what we're doing with the charities and make a donation. But right now, it's not funded by the project itself, it's just straight from the community coming together and pledging the donations for the next few years.
Carrie, I'm a little disappointed. You came into a space with Heroes and MediToken and you didn't talk about your own charity aspect? Come
I
on.
know. I felt like, okay, you guys have amazing charities too. I'm like, yeah, so it's okay.
No, it's all good. No, I love everything you guys are doing. It's fantastic. All right, who's next, Heroes Queen?
Let me check your. I believe it's Seaside.
How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Hey, I caught the tail end of that last Spaces, and I'm just got into this Spaces, and I have no idea what project this is, but I'm interested. You got my curiosity, and I don't want you to repeat everything. Is there a video or a link I can go to just kind of get an overview?
Yeah, so if you actually go to the top here where we have our pinned tweet,
Yeah.
we have our link tree there that'll go take you to our website. And every AMA, everything that we have done since November 10th when we launched is on our website's timeline. So you'll be able to actually get a overflow of energy from Heroes or information. So everything that we've ever talked about, everything that we've done, every project that we've donated to, everything. You'll get a pretty deep, in-depth,
If I buy into it, what does it cost? How many zeros in is it?
We are at 11 zeros, I think.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't know if I was reading that right. And is that the V2 or is that the V1?
That's the V2. So the way that works is if you're looking at Etherscan, you'll notice that there's some large wallets at the top. Those are actually the Heroes, or not the Heroes, the Everrise Vault. So with the V2, we didn't increase the supply of tokens. We kept them the same. We actually burned an additional 3.5% to make it an even 10% of total supply burned. And what happens is when you buy in on the Binance token, you're actually buying the Ethereum token as well. And those tokens are getting locked in the vault. So when you bridge, those tokens are always there for you.
It happens simultaneously?
Yep. Happens simultaneously.
And
so
holder, do you do like a reflections? Is it a reflections token?
Yep. So there's a 1% reflection, but there's also a thing that we implemented called in token staking. So if you buy a bag and yep, 12% every 90 days of the minimum amount of tokens you hold.
That's wild.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I appreciate everything, man. It's looks you guys sound good and solid, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my research. And I appreciate you bringing me up.
Absolutely. And yeah, you ever have any questions, feel free to DM me. My DMs are always open. Stop in or Telegram. If you stop in, I think right now Low Voltage is giving away one of his own NFTs. So if you say he sent you, you get entered it to win it.
All right, man. Cool,
All
man.
right. Awesome. Thank you.
And also, if you want, this space specifically is also being recorded. So after it ends and everything like that, you can go back and listen to what all of the tokens have to offer as
Oh,
well.
awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I believe that Heroes Token King is up next.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chip.
how y'all doing? What's up? So I gotta ask a question to get in for that NFT drawing, right? Series one.
Yes, you
Yep.
do.
Yeah, I just got a simple question. When you was talking about when you and Michael was getting rug pulled, that other word sound like you said honeycombed or something.
Honeypot.
Honeypot. Can you explain what that is? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, so that is when you can buy a project but cannot sell it. So this happens mainly on projects that are just released or just open up for trading. So you get a huge volume of people buying in, but then when you go to sell, you can't. Usually, there's only one wallet that sells, and it's eventually it becomes a rug pull. But they usually let it draw out because on Dex tools and if they got listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, it'll show a ridiculous percentage of increase, which brings more people to it. So it's essentially it draws you in from the gains and you don't do the research to look to see if there's any sells. Or if you do see a sell, it's usually the same wallet selling. And that's probably a dev wallet for that project. So that is a honeypot you can buy but cannot sell.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Of course, anytime, Chip.
All right, Days, you're up now. Sorry I cut you off earlier.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's only fair to go in order, of course. And I didn't mean to jump ahead of anybody or anything like that, so I apologize. But I did want to come up and just give recognition to the projects that are up here. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of charity projects, so I love what each and every one of these projects is doing. MediToken Heroes, Bezoge, Jonah's World, Star Factor bribing me on Twitter to comment on some of her things. Trying to use my clout. But yeah, no, I just want to come up and give recognition, and I love what you guys are doing, and I appreciate what you guys are doing as charity projects and being legit, and great hardworking dev teams. We need a lot more of that in this space. So I thank you guys for helping to set a standard for what a charity token should be doing in the DeFi space.
We appreciate that so much. And actually, if you guys weren't here for, it was last week, wasn't it, that we had you in the space state? Dominic, right?
Yep. Last week.
Was it last?
2 weeks ago? I don't know. Man, listen, I didn't even know what day it was till about a half hour ago.
It was 2
Right?
weeks ago. See, this is what he has me for, is to keep things in line and straight. It was 2 weeks ago.
It might have been.
It's crypto. Everything kind of meshes together. But Days Dogs is a pretty great project, too. They benefit charity as well. And anybody in this space, you should definitely follow them. Dominic's a upright guy. I mean, I've talked to him privately, and I think the week before the 2 weeks ago, him and I were up till almost 1 a.m. talking crypto in this space.
We were.
No, but he's a great guy and has an awesome project that just launched, so it's very early, right?
Very early. And have
Yep.
you seen those charts? That's the number one thing. Well, that's the number two thing. The number one thing is, just launching Monday, we have already raised for our partners, the Humane Society of the United States. We've already raised over $36,000 for them in just a couple days.
Dude, that is awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I don't even know, but tomorrow I am going to sit down when I get time and buy me a Jonah's World NFT. I am gonna do that. That's one of the things on my list. Man, I didn't know I would lose so much sleep being a dev. I don't think I slept since Monday. I think I've been at this computer in my front office since Monday around the clock, and I got to get some sleep tonight, I think.
Welcome to this side of crypto, buddy. When we launched in November, I don't think I got more than 3 hours of sleep a night until, I don't know, till Megan forced me to start sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife looks at me like, you got to go to bed. Like, you like, come on, you got to sleep. It's only healthy. I'm like, but you don't understand. Like, there's so many questions coming through, and there's so many different things happening, and I got to take care of this. And I got to take care of that. And this person's calling me, and these people are in London, and I'm supposed to be sleeping while they're awake, but I got to do this call, and it's crazy. But you know what? It's rewarding because we're delivering on the promises we made to our community and our causes. We delivered on everything. We delivered a hell of a chart today. I'm just ecstatic, and I'm just ecstatic to be part of something big and to be around a community of other projects that are as legit as we are, that are out there doing it, making money for real world causes, like, just making crypto into something that's got a great utility that touches lives, that changes lives, whether it's human, whether it's animal, the children. I mean, it's just, there's so many amazing projects in this room right now. And, people need to recognize, the way that DeFi is going and, what a real utility really does. It's just amazing.
Dude, that's so true. And, I think all the projects in here are on the same level. They're all thinking the same exact thing, how beneficial that is. So awesome. Appreciate it, Dominic.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me up.
Absolutely. Anytime, buddy.
All right.
So,
We have India Crypto was up next to talk.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing, Scott?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, so Chip was talking to you about the honeypot thing. So I was wondering if there's any regulation about that, or the company don't list those tokens on their website because they're honeypot. So if there's anything they can do to prevent not to have all the people getting to trap or stuff.
Yeah, so unfortunately, crypto is DeFi, and with that, I have no idea how some of these projects make it on to like CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, while other projects don't, right? I know List Token has been struggling.
You do. Yes, you do. We talked about that. You know how to make it up.
Well, yeah, I don't want to make any accusations. But you have projects like List Token that have been trying to get on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. They're a solid project, but yet they will not get listed. And then you have these other coins that are obvious scams that are listed. It's just, there's no regulation yet, but I think it's coming. I think we're going to see that probably in the next 6 months or so, where they're going to start cracking down on that.
So my thing is, like, crypto community is a strong community. People are like regular people, everyday working people. So they're investing their hard-earned money. So it's pain to see somebody losing money, because of some scammer, rug pull, or something. So it is kind of bad for the community. People don't want to invest. Even a good token out there, they want to do research. Maybe they do it properly, maybe they don't. So it's kind of sucks. You know what I mean?
Well, and that was, we got drug into that a little bit with our V1. We originally launched as Hero Inu, and it was nothing more than a play on words, as in hero in you. And, the thing was, we had the Suzuki rug pool, and then a whole bunch of other Inu coins started rugging, and it really affected our charts horribly. And with V2, we just did away with that. To add additional security for heroes anyway, we actually registered and are a legal entity in the United States. So we are Heroes Token LLC. So, with that, it gives that little bit more security above the fact that we have a docs team, above the fact that we're always reachable. You'll find one of our devs, or if not several of our devs, in our Telegram and Discords and on Twitter at any hours of the day or night. I think there is like a break between like 2 and 5 that you may get, the silent treatment, but we have to sleep sometime, right? And I think that's also why we created the space. We started with Heroes, Goat, and Delta Flare, because for any of you that don't know, I am also a developer in Delta Flare. So we did it as a way to bring the 3 communities together rather than against each other. And with the way the space has been going, we then thought, geez, that was fantastic. Let's bring other projects in. So we've been doing that every week to give the Twitter community and the crypto community other awesome projects that are sound, that we believe in as good places or good ways to invest their money into crypto, and know that that project's going to work hard for them. And I think with, Bezoge and MediToken and Jonah's World, you have a good foundation of, what they're about. You can reach them. They are all for good causes and solid projects, as well as all the other projects that we've had on here, like Dazed Dogs and Sky Token, Gorilla Diamond, Apollo, all fantastic projects, all docs teams, they all put out an excellent amount of work for their communities. And that's what we're trying to get people smart about, is instead of, degenning into, that newest coin that's getting launched and then complaining 4 hours later when they get rugged, look at these projects that have been out, that have, set the foundation, that have, put themselves out there and are continuing to work to grow their projects. Those are the projects that you want to invest in, because crypto is super early. And I guarantee you, in 5 years, the projects that we're having on these spaces are going to be just miles above where they're at now.
Hey, I wanted to point out another thing. Crypto DB is in here. You can bring him up. He can talk to. I think he represent Sky Token. I think.
Yeah, I think I invited him. I don't know if he's available to speak, but I'll invite him again.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
Absolutely.
I sent him an invite, hon.
Yeah, he's ghosting us.
He may be driving.
All right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point out another thing with the hero token, that we do have a different language chat. One is India and Pakistan, and then we have another channel. It's a Chinese channel. So if anybody in a different language, they have any other questions, they can join their Telegram channels, ask any question, and be happy to help.
Yeah, India Crypto. He actually leads our Hindu channel. So yeah, he does a fantastic job. We love the guy. He's
Thank you,
awesome.
guys. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Let's see here. I think Star got rugged.
Yeah, it shows it's trying to connect her, but it's not connected.
Well, in the meantime, I have a question for Carrie. Carrie, you had mentioned for your game that you earn blocks within the game, so that's your in-game token, and then you transfer that to Bezoge?
So we're actually going to have 8 different colored blocks. They're going to be their own token, but So you earn the blocks when you kill the enemies. When the enemies fall, a bunch of blocks in different colors fall and you pick them up. And those blocks you can convert into, either cash, another crypto, or, use them to purchase NFTs. So the blocks are going to be the in-game currency, but how Bezoge will be, the main token Bezoge will be utilized in multiple ways within the project. And it'll, with the money that the devs earn on the, their portion of all the sales of items, weapons, etc., any money earned on the team side is going to be used to buy back in to the main Bezos token. And then with the staking aspect, existing wallet holders, as they transfer their funds over into the staking contract, it's going to create a nice burn for everyone too. So there's multiple ways within the ecosystem that the main token will be utilized on top of the in-game blocks. But the in-game blocks are going to be like a stable currency. The devs will be able to control the price with adjustments as needed. So that way it doesn't get too expensive. You don't have people coming in and trying to manipulate the price by buying up a ton of, one color of block versus the other. I hope that answered your question.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see. Any other questions in the space? Okay, I guess not. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have Lo do a Twitter picker, and we'll see who our winner is.
Me.
In the meantime, what I think MediToken has NFTs, and you're launching a new series coming up soon. Is that right, Brandon?
Yeah, so we got a set of 250 V1 NFTs available now. And those NFTs, if you purchase those, they'll be basically like a whitelist to get our V2 NFTs. And we'll pretty much end up just either airdropping for free or giving for free to holders of the V1. They'll get a V2 NFT. And those NFTs will be the ones we want to use for our play to earn games or future play to earn games, and using them for avatars and things of that nature.
Nice. Let's see, what else do we have? I don't have anything. Does any of the other projects have any questions for any of the other projects, or want to add anything? All right. I think we're all like exhausted at this point, aren't we?
Maybe they're all waiting for the prize, so they want to be quiet.
Well, no, I'll just chime in and say I don't know how many people jumped in late or have been here the whole time, but I just want to speak up and say thank you to Heroes on behalf of Joanna and I and Jonah's World for starting off this auction, donating funds to Jonah's therapies, and this is a great project, and everybody in here is really good quality people, and we just really appreciate you again. Thank you.
Of course. We again think it's great what Jonah's doing and what you guys are doing for Jonah. That is absolutely fantastic.
Mom's the word.
Yes, I just wanted to say real quick too. I think it's awesome, when communities can come together like this for the greater good. I think when you've got good, solid projects working together instead of bashing one another, it helps create a cleaner space. Crypto got kind of ugly the last couple of years, and especially last year. So it's great to see projects coming together to change for the greater good.
So last year was, I think, the most successful year for the crypto, and a lot of people, new people, come in and start buying crypto, start learning about the crypto. Even myself, I start learning crypto last year. That's how I got in, and ever since I never ever speak in a public, never anywhere in any platform. But ever since I'm in a crypto, I was listening all those AMAs and talking to people, listening all the stuff. It's pretty cool. Solid communities. People are helping each other. Trying. There's the bad apples out there, but still everybody
Hello,
is like
hello.
helping.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
I was wondering, do you watch gay Brazilian midget porn?
What's that? Can you repeat?
Yes.
What just happened?
Sorry. I was wondering.
Yeah, there's 2 pieces of pizza in the oven.
There's always got to be that one joker, isn't there?
There's
Yeah,
always
that's
Star,
I think him.
Star, turn off your mic.
Dang you, Star. Knock it off, Star.
You know what? I'm really bad for this. Like, seriously, it's been happening a lot lately.
You're like, there's pizza in the oven, babe.
Nice. I'm coming over.
The other morning, it was like bacon.
Yeah, but you didn't invite us. That's why your mics come back on.
I just got done eating cold Domino's cheesesteak pizza. I was so hungry I had to eat something.
All right. I apologize about that last speaker, but there were two that asked to come up. If you request again, I'll bring you up. I didn't see who it was that made the rude comments. Yeah, I guess Mike James, you wanted to come up and talk? Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, ladies and gents?
Awesome.
I kind of got this space at the at the end of it. When is the next space you guys are holding? Kind of similar to this atmosphere.
Yeah, we do this every Thursday with two other projects. This week we had a special guest, Jonah's World. But yeah, every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Good to know. I appreciate you.
Awesome. So I think we have a winner. Heroes Queen, do you want to make the announcement? She's multitasking.
You need to mute yourself. Okay, he came back in and now we're reverbing to each other. So the winner is Jessica G.
Whoa, congratulations.
Congrats.
Is they are here?
And we move on to Star Factor.
She is not here, but her husband is.
All right, congratulations again.
The rules were the person had to be in the space.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, man.
Yeah, so it has to be here. We may have to run that Twitter picker again.
Yep. Let's do
Yep.
this again. Let's do this again.
We
Yo,
were
let me
just
get my
told to
name
be
in there. What do I need to do?
You already in, Mike.
Oh, perfect. Let's go.
You ask question, you already in.
Let's go.
There's a tweet at the top here for Heroes. It's a like, retweet, and be in the space. If you actually come up and comment like you did, Mike, not only do you get the 100 ETH if you win, but you also get an NFT.
Wait, so what did Jessica G would have won?
Well, she didn't talk, so she just would have gotten the 100 ETH, $100 worth of ETH. And, oh, she went to sleep. Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh no.
Dang.
So we're looking, see if the next winner's in the space. And if it's Token Lizard or Mr. Big Country, they're disqualified automatically. I'm just kidding. Who is it?
Do we have Crypto Lover?
There's a Crypto Learner.
Well,
Yeah, I was about to say same thing.
All right, 3 times the charm.
One more time.
Bring it on.
Just pick me and all done.
That's what I'm saying. Just pick Mike James. It would be good.
Well, I can say this is well deserved. Heroes Token King is the winner, and he is here.
Oh wow! Congratulations, Chip.
Congrats, Chip.
Congrats.
Wait, I was
Crypto
looking at
Lover
something
just
else.
showed up.
What did I win
Winner,
on that?
winner, chicken dinner.
What I want, 100 each? I mean, $100 each.
You got $100 in ETH, and because you came up and talked, you got also a Series 1 NFT from Scott.
All right, cool. All right, that'll be my first one.
Congratulations, Chip.
Thank you, Andy. I was finna say just give it to Jessica, but shit, I don't know. Just we'll work that out later.
Well, you can make that decision if you want. You let me know. And Crypto Lover is requesting to come up and talk. There he is.
But he missed it.
I know. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, I am good. As soon as I have requested, my Twitter has crashed.
Sorry, you was the winner, but you missed it because you wasn't here.
Actually, I was here. I have requested the mic, but as soon as I have requested, my Twitter crashed at that time.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will hook you up with an NFT as well. DM me, and we'll get you an NFT, and then next week join us, and we'll
Sure,
possibly be doing another giveaway.
sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, that's nice of you, Scott. Thank you for doing it. You keep your words. Thanks.
Absolutely. All right,
Yeah, because
guys.
NFT worth more.
Well, it is. So if nobody else has anything, any final words from each of the projects? We'll start with MediToken. Brandon's been like dozing off here, I can tell.
Nah, I'm here, man. I'm having a ball for real. I just want to thank you, Heroes Token, for hosting this space and for hosting these spaces on a weekly, man. That's awesome, and it's been an honor to be here amongst all these other great projects that don't get their chance to shine or whatever. So I'm just thankful to you and the community.
We appreciate you coming on the platform and speaking about MediToken and sharing your project. Hopefully we get you some more investors here. So, Carrie, any final words?
Sure. Thanks again for hosting this space and inviting me in. And also, Bezoge does a weekly giveaway of 100 billion tokens. on our Twitter. So follow the main Bezoge account and look for there's a tweet every week for 100 billion token giveaway. Follow the rules. Real simple. It's just follow the main account, like, retweet, comment, and tag 3 friends. And if anyone has any questions, you can send me a DM about the project.
Count me in. I want to win some of those Bezoge. Jonah's World.
Hey guys. Yeah, thank you so much for having us up here tonight. I was really happy to share our story and listen to your guys' stories as best as I could. I'll be honest. I have been quite distracted with my kid. But it's really wonderful. I love everything that you're doing, and I appreciate all the support that you're giving us. And thank you so much.
Absolutely. Haruna, you have your hand up. Did I pronounce that right, Haruna?
Yeah, hello everyone here.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you all?
We're doing fine. Do you have a question for one of the projects?
Yeah, I think like before questioning, I need to introduce myself because like some people will not know who is this Haruna and where is he from and why he's talking from. So it's like I have to introduce myself, or is that necessary?
Yeah, not necessary. Just go ahead with your question.
Yeah, because like I just joined on the space right now, so exactly I don't know what the space is all about. So unless I don't know what the space about.
So this space is actually just about to end. We have four amazing projects here. We have Jonah's World, Bezoge, MediToken, and Heroes Token. And we were all sharing with the community about our projects and what we do, our utilities, what we have working on, and allowing the community to ask us questions so they can make a better decision on if they want to invest, or maybe they are invested and they want to, find something out that they didn't know and they haven't had a platform to ask.
Oh, okay. That's pretty amazing though. And I'm glad to hear that.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just went away. Okay. Well, with that, this is I'm Scott from Heroes Token. You have Megan up here, and we appreciate all of you guys joining our space and being so open to these other projects that we're introducing you to. We think they're all fantastic projects, and you should definitely be looking into them. Bezoge, MediToken, pick up an NFT from Jonah's World. All awesome projects. If you haven't followed them all, please follow them now. And
Just want to also ask everybody if they can retweet the Jonah's World auction tweet and help get some awareness and get more people's eyes on that auction for us.
And follow up with us every Thursday. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be here with a few other projects doing the same thing every week. If you're not here as representing your project, or you're not, following Heroes or whatnot, please follow us, because whether you invest in us or not, we are trying to bring, solid projects to the community so that we can avoid those horror stories of people losing, all their money from a rug pull or a honeypot. So with that, I thank you all and have an awesome evening.
Thank you, Scott. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.